every one of us know Tobi Adegboyega, right? Pastor Tobi Adegboyega. I hear some people saying, don't call, thank you, Lady Umasukomi. Don't call him pastor. He's a pastor. He's Pastor Tobi Adegboyega. He get church. He said, don't call him pastor. Now, when they do something, you don't want to associate with, you say, don't call them pastor. And you know what? It's not different from all the other pastors. Oh. The only thing is that they do it in a different way. So we are talking about Tobi. They say, don't call him pastor. He's a pastor. So today, there is somebody that has an experience about that said she has an experience with the lawyer. I learned the lawyer by name Pst Olawanle as a church too. And that person, she wants to use her mouth to tell us what happened to her. She been and say God call them. Now God call them. We know say God no call them. Now God call them. Meaning they collect people money. Now God call them. Meaning they establish universities where people no fit afford. Now God call them. May they know they help the less privileged. Now God call them. Make the less privileged no matter to them. After they don't collect the money of the less privileged. Now God call them. We are not saying God no call them. Now God call them.
I would like to say thanks to you for the platform and also to Aunty Lara if she's listening. Because honestly, I would not have come online to say anything if not for her encouragement, if I can put it that way. I'm going to keep it brief. I'm not going to say too much for now because it is a lot. I will start by saying I just turned 36, and this my experience, my ordeal with this man, Pst Olawanle, has been a part of my life since I was 18 going on 19. So you can imagine that half of my life I have struggled and suffered because of the actions of this man. And how it started was I was working with him. In the UK, when you finish college, you're at the age of 18. College is like sixth form. I know you're in the States, ma, so I know it works differently. But I didn't follow my friends to university because I was unsure of what to do. So I took a gap year out, and he said I should come and work for him. And I was excited to do that because my plan was to study law. And in studying law, I thought I needed experience, as you do. You always need experience, and you need someone to guide you on the steps that you need to take for a law career. So he said I should work for him, and I was grateful. I was really happy because I think it had been mentioned before, I come from a single-parent home. I'm very grateful for my mom because she's done everything to raise me to be the person that I am today. And my mom did her absolute possible best. And I've claimed it because I don't want people to think that, where was she, his mom in all of this? My mom was right there. And I think it's important for me to mention that because I know people will say, where is this girl's mommy? He was there. And anyway, so when I started working for him, he had another lady that was working with him also. I will not say her name in case she's watching or she doesn't want her name to be out there. And it was just the two of us and him working in the law office.
You are fading off gradually.
Can you hear me better?
You are fading off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Better?
Yes, we can hear you better now.
Okay. So it was me and this other lady working in his law office. So for years, I worked with him for 7 years. It was just the three of us in that office, no one else. That one man and two women, being the youngest. Now, I'm born and raised in the UK. He's obviously a Nigerian man. And the other lady also, she is of Nigerian descent and she came here. I mentioned that because I want you to understand the dynamics of that office setup. I'm very different. They are very
Please, if you are going to distract us, I will take you down. Let me take you down, please. Can you please go down? Take away your down. Please, it's either you mute or you exit for now. Can you hear please? Go ahead, Shay. You are distracting us.
Thank you. So, at the time, I forgot to mention, also I was a part of his church. I've been part of his ministry with my mom and my stepdad when from when I was 15. So I was still in secondary school when I knew this Pst Olawanle, until he branched out and started his own ministry and his own law firm, I believe in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm now working in that law firm. And issues that happen in the church.
Which country is this?
This is the United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. You said he has a ministry.
Yes, he does.
What is the name of the ministry?
The ministry is called Winners Kingdom International Christian Center. He used to be part of CAC, Christ Apostolic Church, WOSEM, but he left that ministry to start Winners Kingdom in 2004, I believe, or 6 or so. I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
But he started his own ministry in 2004 or so. And as you can imagine, church issues get mixed up with work sometimes because I'm working with him. And there were some incidents that happened in the church. And so when I get to work, he will sit me down and say, Sheyi, this is how you should live your life. This is how you should do your life. And me, as a young girl, impressionable, not knowing anything, I will listen to him. And I don't know my dad. I've never had my dad in my life. It's just been me and my mom and my siblings. And he was aware of that. And one of the ways he I would say planted himself into my life was to make himself a father figure. And, I trusted him at 18, 19 years old. You would. What do I know?
Yes.
I don't know anything. He said he wants to be a father to me. He said he sees potential in me. He said I'm capable of greatness, and all those nice things that a father would say to their child. And I believed him, and I trusted him. And that's how he'll be encouraging me from time to time. I'm getting somewhere, I promise. That's how he'd be encouraging me from time to time. And he will come sometimes when work is less busy. He will tell me to sit down and he will share what I now call ministry insights. Because he's a pastor, he will start preaching to me, basically. And on this fateful day, and I remember this day is 2009 or so, and he said I should come and sit down, as he usually does, that he wants to talk to me. And we talked, and he asked me about my life and where I want to be. And he said that he sees I'm such a good girl, respectful, I'm serving God, I'm working, and he wants to really be there for me. I said, thank you, sir. That's nice. I felt good about it. And so he said, I'm going to be your father from now on. I said, great, thank God, I have a father now. I really felt that. He stood up and he said, Sheyi, come and hug me. And I said, at last, a father's hug. And I hugged him and I embraced him. And I felt emotional. I felt happy, as you would. All for this man to bring his hand down to my breast. And when he noticed that I was startled, I pulled back and he said, no, it's okay. It's okay. And I said, in my mind, I was thinking like, is this thing normal? Because I don't have a daddy. It's only someone with a father that will know whether this thing is normal or not. I was honestly confused in that moment because does somebody's dad press their breasts?
How old were you then?
At this point now, I think I was 19.
Wow.
Yes. Does somebody's daddy press their breast? I don't know. And I felt so uncomfortable because now I've built trust with this man. I respect this man. And he feels that I trust him too. Where do I go from here? And he said, it's okay. And I think he gave me a peck on the forehead. And that day went like that. I didn't tell anyone. I just kept it to myself. And because in the end, I felt like if I say this to someone will say I'm lying. Who is going to believe me? And he's a lawyer too. He's skillful with his words, very manipulative person. And I didn't say anything, and that's how it was going on. Any small thing, come and give me a hug. And I think because he noticed that I was startled the first time he tried to touch my breast, he relaxed on it a little bit. He didn't apologize or didn't say, sorry, I did that to you. He just, I think, observed and acted accordingly going forward. And I took it in good faith because I had some sort of gratitude to him because I felt like he was helping me to create a good image for myself. I'm not in school at the moment. I'm working with him. I want to be this great person. So I felt like I had to stick with him because my first instinct was to just never go back there again. But I said, no, I don't want people to say, because it's tied with church, these church members know I'm working for him. And because of an incident that happened in church members, they said to him that I should not work with him, that he should have nothing to do with me. And he was always telling me that our church member said this, so that Sheyi, you know, you should be honored to be working with me, basically. You should feel lucky to be working with me. And so me too, I felt like, if I now go and leave, people will say that, you see, we said so. And then I'm also thinking about my mom, because that woman has tried, and all the work that I want to do going forward at this point is to make her proud. So I just endured the rubbish show. I just endured. And as time got by, it got worse. I'll be minding my business, doing my work. This man will come into the small cubicle that I had in his office, and he'll put his hand down my bra and be fondling my nipple. And when he can see there is discomfort on my face, he will tell me no, to sit still, that it's okay. And he knows ordinarily, I did not ask for this, you know. He will put his hand and be fondling my nipple. I will be photocopying on my own. He will put his hand up my skirt. I ever tap my bum or be fondling my bum and touching me in a very disgusting way.
Please try and mind the words, because there are some words that are not acceptable.
I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, he would be touching my private parts inappropriately while at work. Bear in mind, I mentioned that there's another lady working in this office too.
That office, Shay, the office, is it the church office or is chamber?
It's his legal office.
His legal office. Okay. Yeah. And as at this time, he was a pastor already.
He was a pastor already, established pastor already.
Established pastor.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And in this office, because he moved offices, this office from this period of 2009, I remember, it was in an industrial estate. There are no cameras. There is no CCTV anywhere, nothing. So it's my word against his. And what he does conveniently is this other lady that works with him, she'd been working with him before I started, she will not be around.
Why?
She will, because it will give him the freedom to do with me what he wishes.
Oh, okay. So that only two of you will be in the office.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. So he will purposely send her away, send her on errand. Yes. If I get you right, okay. Go ahead.
Only two of us will be in the office. And as someone has asked to mention his name, I'm going to repeat it for that person, billionaire. His name is Pst Olawanle, Deleolawanle. And his church is Winners Kingdom. He's a very horrible man, and he's a disgusting, despicable human being. It's very difficult for me actually to share this story because I'm still very traumatized by it.
I know.
So I do apologize if it's very stop and start, or if it feels like I'm going back, because
no, that's fine. Do it. I've told you, do it your own way. I know what trauma is. Okay. Remember, we spoke about this, and I told you, I said it might not be easy for you. Do it your own way, your pace, your energy. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. So I had a boyfriend also at this time, and that one noticed that I'm acting funny, because how would your boyfriend want to embrace you or touch you and you'll be pushing him away? And I couldn't tell him, because how do you present that information to someone? And I'm bringing this up because in hindsight, I wish I said something to him, because I feel like if I said something to my then boyfriend, he might have been able to stop it, or at least
help. Yeah.
Do something. This man was very controlling. I missed out on all my, as a young girl, you should go out with your friends, experience new things in life. I didn't do any of that. My own life, and he told me this. He said, your life should be a triangle. Your life should be church, work, home. That's what he said. Church, work, home.
Wow.
Yes.
That is like you shouldn't have any other social life apart from that.
That's it. I should just be coming to work and going home.
Wow.
I'm 19, going on 20. What am I meant to do with my life apart from enjoyment after my studies? Church, work, home. And I tried my best to abide with that. And my boyfriend at the time was also part of the church. And thankfully for him, because
he was a member of the church too.
He was a member of the church.
Dele's church. This same man's church.
This same man's church, yes.
Jesus is coming. Your noise is affecting us. Can you mute yourself? Can you please mute yourself or you go off for now? Báwo náà ṣe máa ń yọ àwọn èèyàn kúrò? Disconnect. Ẹ padà wá. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my boyfriend at the time, thanks to him, I was able to enjoy little things like going to the cinema. He would take me out and do things like that. So I was able to have a little bit of enjoyment because outside of that, I had no life, none whatsoever. I was very, very boxed. And so when I can't remember how he found out about my boyfriend, but when he found out, he was very, very, very angry. And he said, no. He said, I must stop dating that guy. And I must never have anything to do with him and just focus on going to work and church. That's it. And that's how we broke up. We still tried to keep the relationship, but that's how controlling the man was. To the point that I think because of our relationship, this man went to church to say, no dating in church. If you want to get married, you come to me to tell you how controlling he is. He said no dating in church. No dating. And that's how me and my first boyfriend, my boyfriend broke up. And it was the same thing. Any man that would say they want to marry Sheyi, Dele would say no. Dele would say no. And at this point...
Can I ask you a question? At this point, you never thought to speak to your mom?
No, because...
May I ask why?
I felt like... I don't know. I just felt like... Because a lot of things have happened, which I'm not at liberty to share here.
Okay. Another question I want to ask. When you get home, you don't act unusual at home? For your mom to notice something was wrong?
Well, further along the line, because it gets worse. At this point, he's just started touching my breast and touching me inappropriately in private parts at this point that I'm speaking of. And there is more, but I feel like I'm not at liberty to say it because, as you said, the platform doesn't allow.
Yes. But you can still code it.
Of course, yes. But at this point, the only thing left for him to do was the full thing at this point. There was nothing he had not seen, nothing he had not done. He had asked me to remove my underwear, and even in my defiance, he would say it's okay, I should continue. And me, I'm like, what do I do in that situation? How do I tell this person no? He's already acting in a controlling way over my life. And bless my mom, she's busy. She's got her own things going on. And I wouldn't say she didn't notice, because at a certain point, you could see that, no, I was very depressed, very isolated. And she would ask, but I would just shrug it off. I will shrug it off because I don't know, because of things that have happened before, I don't know how to table this matter to my mom, and I felt like it would break her heart. In hindsight, yes, I can say that this is how I should have gone about it. This is how I should have told my mom, no matter what. If anything I want to spoil, it should spoil. Anything I want to scatter, it should scatter.
Yeah.
I can say that now because I'm a fully grown adult.
You know better now.
I know myself. I know better. But then I honestly didn't know better. I feel I was very naive.
Then, yeah.
And very unexposed. There are some things...
Thank you, Afroitist. Afroitist says, Shay, we are here for you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Afroitist. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't worry, all mothers are here with you. This is a mother's platform you have come to. We are here with you. Go ahead. Please, expose him very well, please. This is to save others, because we don't know, he might still be doing it to other young girls.
Yes, and one thing I would like to mention is that one of the ways in which he exerts his control is with his perceived generosity. Him giving me a job, in his mind, he feels like he's saving my life. And he will paint it in church that, Sheyi is working for me, Sheyi is this under me, and he will feel like a savior, like, yes, if not for me, this girl will not be eating. He thinks for people, but it's like signing a deal with the devil. If he gives you one, he will take 10 from you. This man doesn't
Thank you. Somebody said even we fathers are here supporting you. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
This man doesn't act on pure intentions. And I'm saying that because if he is doing it to someone else, what he will be doing is acting like a generous person, pretending that he wants to give you what he feels you need, acting like a father for you. But it's a trap. He's trying to reel you in. And once you are in, you are under his control, you are under his thumb. Even his wife, she's complicit in the horrible things.
The wife knows?
She does. She does. To tell you how bad it is, at a point, this man said he wants me to be living with him and his wife.
Ah.
My mommy said no. My mom said no, that it can never be. When she's not, I'm not hungry in my mommy's house, I'm not suffering in my mommy's house, why would I leave to now go and live with him? He was very controlling. So in, I think, 2011, he moved from the old industrial estate where his office was. He moved to the high street. Both the church and his business moved simultaneously together. So they are literally at this moment, as I speak, next door to each other on a high road. So his church is on the left, his church and his business is on the right. So he moved offices in 2011, and this is where things really got worse. I worked with him from 2008 to 2015. And in 2011 is when he started sleeping with me properly. Because he's now in a bigger office. He's now, he has the space.
How old were you at that time? At that 2011?
2011, I think I was 22, 23.
At that point, the first attempt, was it forced on you?
At that, you mean in 2011?
The first time it was to do it, did he force you to do it?
Yes. I didn't have a choice. I had to.
You had to.
I had to. I did not have a choice. When I said no, he would tell me, no, you must. He would tell me, no, you must. And this is a man that preaches in church. You know, he said, no dating, no dating. When he's preaching, he will preach at the women that, don't let men test drive you, or don't let men do this to you, or don't be cooking pepper soup for them, or you cheapen yourself, you sell yourself short, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, you are sexually harassing your members of staff. He's a hypocrite. He will tell us in church, don't do this, don't do that, but he's doing those things. He's doing those things. If it's okay with you, I feel quite overwhelmed. I'm happy to do this again another time, but I just feel like I can't continue. I do apologize. I think I've reached my capacity for today. It's quite emotional for me because I haven't shared this openly with anyone ever. I have never given anyone these details. There isn't anybody, even my best friend doesn't know. She doesn't even know that I'm doing this because it makes everybody around me angry. Everybody. And I've never gone into detail like this with anybody, not even my therapist. And so I do apologize. I'm happy to come back another time.
Does your mom know?
She does, but these details, she's online now. She's on the live. I'm sure she's hearing it for the first time.
Jeez.
Hearing it for the first time. She is hearing it for the first time.
It's okay, Shay. I told you to do it according to your own strength, so it's all okay. Anytime you know you are strong enough to continue to speak more, I am here. The platform is here for you. Just let me know, okay?
Thank you. I will be in touch. I will speak to you.
I'm hugging you from here. Love you.
I appreciate. I love you too. Thank you very much. And thank
You are strong. You have taken the first step, like I told you, to your healing. Okay? Yeah. You're welcome, darling.
For the kind words. I've seen every kind word that everyone has said, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. My best friend is here. I did tell her she's found me. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
And like I told you, speaking it out, you need to sum up that strength. You need to. The more you talk about it, by the time you get it off your shoulder totally, then your healing process starts. Okay? Don't bottle it in. So you've taken the first bold step. So when you are ready, we are here.
I'm going to be here to listen. I know the show is still going on. I just feel like I can't continue to share.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome, darling. Okay. She said she can't go on, so she has gone. She's coming back. She will come back again. There are so many questions I feel like asking. Like somebody said, did she try to take it up with the police? Because here in America, I know no matter how long somebody does that, if you take it up with the police, they will investigate. And okay, somebody said bring me up. Okay. I'm going to bring up as many that want to come up because this is a mothers forum, and I want us, please kindly mute as I'm adding you. Kindly mute. I really want us to really discuss this in details as parents. Okay. So I've added like 3 people for now. So every other person kindly mute except Oliroti. Oliroti, I've added you. So what do you have to say? I know this is not new. A lot of people are experiencing it. They've experienced it. In fact, there was a time, I think about last month or 2 months ago, in Redeem, this lover exposed some pastors. Up till now. Okay. Every other person kindly mute, please. Let's mute for Afroitist.
No, there's some feedback coming from Oliroti.
Okay.
Is it me or what? There's some. Are you listening to it on another device? You mean me?
I don't know who is on.
No. Okay, all right.
Hold on. It's from you, Afroitist. Yes.
I didn't do any of that.
Yes, it's from you. Now, Oliroti, you are on.
Good evening, Auntie.
Good evening.
Let me wear my professional hat now and speak.
Please go ahead.
Shay, thanks so much for sharing your story, and thanks for being strong in sharing your story, because that's what you are. You are quite strong sharing your story.
Yeah.
Now, professionally, so let me introduce myself. I'm actually a social worker, and I'm in child protection and forensics. So, the truth is, it's brave of you talking about it here, but I would encourage you to report it to the authorities.
Okay, can it still be reported in UK?
At any time, any day.
Okay.
When the victim, I don't mean to call you a victim, but that's how.
But she is. That is what it is. So I don't think she will feel offended. She's learning enough to know. She is.
So as a victim of this type of Kiriwa crime, right? Irrespective of when it happened.
Okay.
The system is fully aware that people don't tend to report. They tend to report cases at their own convenient time, because it's taking a lot. Like what she said, this man, Pst Olawanle, is what she's describing is not new. Is somebody who is in a place of trust. So as a pastor, he sits in a position of trust. As an employer, he sits in a position of trust. And what he's done is abuse the position of trust.
Abuse of position, yeah.
Okay? Not just position, but position of trust.
Okay.
Because the reason why it's called position of trust is, as a pastor, he has a legal duty to safeguard every human under him, including the animals that we attend his church. He has a legal duty across the United Kingdom. Yes, I know our legal systems are quite distinct, but safeguarding is a uniformed legal process across the United Kingdom. Now, I know if I'm correct, I think she said she's 32, okay? And the incident that happened when she was 18, 19. Now, it doesn't matter when it happened. What matters is if she's ready to speak about it, and it might be a very difficult
She's 36.
one. Yeah. So, okay, 36. So it might be a very difficult one. There's what we called so if you was a younger person, so if you were in your 20s, you would go through what we call a schemed interview, which is a specialist interview system. But because you're older, we have an equivalent of that for adults.
Okay.
Whereby your face will not be shown if you don't want your face to be shown. So in this case, it's actually going to be Olawanle against Her Majesty's advocates.
Okay.
Okay, so the system protects you. And Auntie, if you remember when I called when we were talking about Tobi Adegboyega.
You know what, Ollie? I wouldn't want you to put much out there. I think I will link you up with her so you can give her advice. We can talk behind the camera on what to do on this. What do you think?
Yeah, that's no problem. But let me just say something in general.
Go ahead.
In case if you have other people who perhaps have been through exact same journey.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody saying, I saw a comment or from somebody saying that person said he or she, I don't know if has an experience too.
See, that's true. And the person even said they have screenshot messages they will send to you.
That's why came up. Okay.
Please, auntie, please save this live video. Very
That's why I said they should help me to record it, especially this TikTok home.
You can save it as well after the live, please.
But me record Latin. Okay, yes, you can stop for now. The one you have recorded, one not to record it. Yeah, they recorded a session for me. Eshe Gwanti.
Now let me say something, because I know I was on Facebook, but I had to come off and come on here. Now I know people are saying, "Oh, she needs to have proof." That's not true. She doesn't need to have proof, so long as she's willing to tell her story. We have a law in United Kingdom. Victims, irrespective, victims have to be believed. They don't have to go through the process.
Should be forensic what Thomas determine if she's lying or not.
And even apart from that, she doesn't have to go through that re-traumatizing process again. That's why we have a specialist way of interviewing her and getting the information of her. For African community, this is something that what Shay is describing, or what she has described and I experienced, is not a one-off scenario within the African community.
Very common.
Okay, it's a very common thing, even with the Caucasians. So it's not just, but for African community, we have this thing of I don't want people to.
It's all because people, the way we go for victims in our communities is not some. It's very, very appalling. People will leave the perpetrator of something and go for the victim.
Yeah,
that's why a lot of people don't come out to talk.
And I can tell you for free. Once we hold her hand to do what she needs to do, Pst Olawanle's church will not only be closed. Every adult that was aware, like she said, the wife, any other person they will interview, they know how to do it. Okay? Every adult that was aware of that historical event, all adults will pay daily. Because the UK system does not laugh when it comes to safeguarding concerns. And in this particular place, from what she described, it didn't even happen in a home. It happened in the place of work.
Yes.
So there are 3 layers of the law around it. We'll talk about it behind the scene, but I just want to be able to educate our African community.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
My line of job, this is a big headache for us, where the African community, they are very, I don't know if I would say scared. They are very protective. So
what do you mean? Sorry to cut you short. What do you mean her mother will pay? She said her mother is just getting to know on this show. She ain't do anything.
And to ignore the people making comments. See, the system is a system. It's not a case of whether our mother will pay. Okay? But, people, and this is a problem, there's a lot of misinformation within the African community, whereby, even a victim of crime, like we were talking about Tobi Adegboyega at that time. We talked about the fact that there was Kiriwa allegation. Okay? Some of the parents withdrew their statement because obviously they're scared that they will get the backlash for being bad parents. And I think the fact that she was very clear about the fact that yes, she might be she might have come from a single parent household. However, her mother is very present in her life. I like the fact that she put that out. Because again, within the African community, this is something that people hold on to. Then, for Olawanle, the thing here is, aside from him being a solicitor, right, he's also a pastor. So there's that thing within the community of, he's a man of God. Let us pray for him. You don't pray for people like that. He's sick. He's a man who is sick. And when someone is sick, they need to be treated. They need to go see specialists that will treat them. And the truth is, if he could do this to Shay, I can bet you he has done it to so many other people and he's still doing it to other people. But unfortunately, because of the position of trust that he holds, people within the community will be scared to come out and
speak.
Boldly.
Yeah.
Because one, like what she was saying, how then do you say, a pastor did this to me? You can see how he manipulated her, whereby he's doing stuff to her at work, but Meanwhile, he's coming to the church to preach that people should keep themselves. Okay? Auntie, I have been involved in various investigations. You know, sometimes me and you will talk about some things. I've been, you know, there are some things that when you start here, you're like, but why is our community so protective? You know, in our community, we have this thing of, this is our thief. Let us deal with our thief within our community. Okay? But the thing is, if you keep leaving that our thief and patting the head of that our thief, the problem is that our thief will keep doing it to other people.
That's true.
And that our thief, when you go look at his own children, his or our own children, because it's not just unique to man alone. When they start doing it, if they don't see anybody to do it to outside, when they can't find a victim outside, they come home to do it to their own children.
Their own children, that's right. Oh, did you watch the case of a man that I treated, a pastor, who after that the cousin of the nephew of the wife was molested several times until that lady cried herself. And when he could not see anybody, he started doing it to his 3 children in the house. That was when the mother of those children now cried out.
And that is the reality. This is, you know, when we do this, when we investigate situations like this, you know, we put the torchlight. Like I said, there's a specialist way of investigating. And when you start investigating, you just realize that at the end of the day, it's not just one person. In wrapping up, Auntie, there was a case I did, right? This was even a Caucasian. There was a case I did. It was just it was 2 people that reported, right? But when we started interviewing, and when we started investigating rather, we found out that this particular sick guy he has a record of 27 years of abuse.
Wow.
Okay? 27 years. Like he's been doing it since he was 13. Up to his current age. And even the woman that he ended up marrying fitted the description of his victim. So they tend to marry someone who is closer to being a victim. They groom their own victim and end up marrying them. Same also happens for female as well. Okay? So these things they're not out of place. The woman, I'm not excusing the wife. The wife is fully aware. But at the same time, the wife might be fully aware rather, but at the same time, she might also have been groomed by him. And all that always gives them out is their body language. Because I remember that seeing the man, although, let me say something, but going forward, I think within the African community, we need to stop passing misinformation. Irrespective of where we are. Then this thing of, let us pray for them. Don't pray for a sick person. A sick person doesn't need prayer. A sick person needs to see a specialist to help them. This is a clear case of a sick man. And that's what it is. And for young people as well, you know, we parents, we are very good in trusting. You know, once they say it is a pastor. Or
God bless you. That is it. God bless you.
You understand? And also, for parents also, those who also have, those who also have, like, you know, people within our community that own their own businesses. Like, the African auntie, you don't even want to know. The African shops, all these things. You don't want to know what goes on behind the scene. Right? And our people are like, let me take my child there. Let me take my brother there. You know, so that they can help them get work experience. And you know this thing about visa or no visa, that's another thing. They also make people vulnerable. There are cases where we have dealt with, where in the name of they are getting them COS, one to one 180. Before they will give them shifts. In short, there is a particular case. This one happened in the area in the region where I live, right? That pastor went down. The pastor had Kerewa, mother and child, the mothers, 9 mothers and 16 girls. Okay? He had a cleaning company. He recruited them in on this COS nonsense. He recruited them in. And you know, apart from the fact that he wasn't even paying them, he was giving them bare minimum wages. But before he gives them shift, okay? And these parents, they were helpless because what they did was, until you don't want to know the dark side, what they were doing was when they come to the country, okay? And then of course they've told them they will get them to sign. They will collect their whatever from them, get them to sign, and then before they give them shift, then of course their children have come as well because in the UK 16 can walk. You understand? So they will let them, and you can see what Shane described as have been very vulnerable. You know, being naive and vulnerable and being obedient because it's all coming through the channel of church. It's coming to the, even in the place of employment. And I always tell people, yes, it's easy to say, don't talk. But talk. Because the system is there to protect you. It doesn't matter who that person is. Go to the system. The system is there to protect you. The worst that will happen, they will say, okay, go back to your country. That's the worst that will happen after they've done whatever they need to do. But still, the system will always protect you, irrespective. A lot of parents, a lot of parents within the community, they've made themselves vulnerable. Our young people, we've made them vulnerable. Look at she, for instance. Her mom didn't notice. But of course, maybe she was embarrassed herself.
Yes.
Remember, the man was also doing a mind game with her, whereby he would talk, which father would hug a child, will hug his daughter, which father? But it is what it is. And moreover, for us Africans, this is a wake-up call. Because this is not a new thing. Stop trusting your children to pastors.
Honestly.
Stop training your children. Stop trusting your children to your leaders within your African community. And in living, when you see something, say it. Don't cover anybody. It doesn't work. It's not worth it.
Because they will just continue.
Look at this lady. She's had to live through that trauma.
Yes. You can see she can't even continue when she got to that stage of remembering everything. I know it's going to be tough for her. We discussed this. I told her. She said, I've never spoken about this to anybody.
Yeah, so, anyway, I'm hoping that we all learn from this. An African community, enough is enough. Let's stop covering. Enough is enough. Expose anybody you see. Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's not muting. I won't be long at all. Just going to be very, very quick.
Go ahead.
Yes, Auntie Adunni, thank you for the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
And creating a safe space for people to come and share their truth. These men...
That is it, their truth, yeah. Because nobody will be ready to listen to them.
No, nobody.
Nobody wants to give them platform to speak. So that they will not offend the Christian association or whatever they call it. Go ahead, my sister.
They've been doing this for a very long time. It's part and parcel of religion, right? Where people cover up for the pastors and cover up, atrocities that have taken place. But you know something? We are in a different age now. We are in a different age. People now are able to speak. People are having platforms where they can speak. And to that, the lady that came up, Shay, I just want to say to you that, I commend you for speaking, and not just speaking, so bold to, you're not covering your identity. You are not covering the name of this person. You are bold in what you are saying, right? Because you know that is your truth. And that man, irrespective of whatever happens, his face is out there. His name is out there. He will forever be tainted because of what he has done. I've been to that man's office. Yes, I've been there. But
you know him?
I've been to his office before, but I never used his services.
Oh, okay.
I never used his services. I went with my partner at the time, so maybe that's why I must have gotten away scot-free. But yeah, I've been to his office before. But otherwise, I have nothing. There really is nothing at all. Now, I just wanted to say, Auntie Adunni, I don't know if you know another case that happened in Birmingham in the UK. One Pastor Michael Olurumbi and his wife.
I can't remember. What happened about them? What about them?
Husband and wife.
Okay. Maybe I can't remember. You saw too many cases.
Husband and wife were both jailed. The husband has a church, and in the church he'll be doing the spiritual bath. And thank you, Oliver. That was just wonderful, because I'm not learned when it comes to the law. But to most of these men usually marry their victims.
Okay, Jimmy Johnson.
Look at, for example, what's his name? Tobi Adegboyega.
And the wife.
I've never heard that woman speak one day.
Till now.
Nobody has heard. We've never heard her speak.
Like she said, the wife could be a victim too.
She just quietly, in fact, we never used to see her. Only recently that we started seeing her and the children. Otherwise, it was the Tobi Adegboyega show.
Yeah. At a point, we even thought he was not married.
But he was not married.
And he has kids. Funny enough.
Apparently. So, but what we're trying to say is, for these wives and pastors' wives, if you cover your husband's atrocities, you will end up going down with him. Go and learn from the Michael Olurunbi case. The woman went down with her husband. You can cover it up.
You can cover him.
You can shout the name of Jesus. You can call Jesus and threaten people and whatever you people do, but you will get your day. Your day will come, and your husband, your husband will try and take you down with him as well.
That's it.
So, in order for you to protect yourself, if you know that your husband they do kerewa, you better. If you have to even do it anonymously,
Reporting.
if you have to do it anonymously, you do, because I'm telling you.
And they will protect the woman if they get to know that she was the one that reported. Even if it now comes into the open, by then they will know she protected. I mean, she reported. They will know she was a victim too. That it was just what she just had to do.
Because when he gets found out, it becomes harder to prove to the authorities that you didn't know anything or you didn't see anything. They will question you like you are a criminal. If you have ever sat in that interrogation room, I am telling you, only a strong person can survive that interrogation. So, for those pastors' wives, it's not only to wear hat and go to church. It's not only to sit and call yourself pastor's wife. The day that your husband gets found out, the day that your husband goes down, I'm telling you, it will rub off on you and your children. You and your children will partake of other people's, the victims, the cries of the victims, right? So, but for that lady, Shay, no matter how long it has been, no matter how old you were, because they were trying to say, okay, your age and, everything, no matter, you feel like you were wronged, you feel like you are a victim, you feel you were taken advantage of, do not in any way, shape or form just discard how you feel. That man is evil. I've seen him. Look at the way he responded when Tobi Adegboyega thing came out. A nasty piece of work. He has been doing it for a long time, and this is why he thinks that he is untouchable. Every day he's in Manchester United. Who is going to join me to go to Arsenal? Arsenal. That's the only thing he does at this time now. He goes to Arsenal. Arsenal football. Arsenal football. That's Olawanle gentleman.
Daily Olawanle.
Yes, that one. It's only Arsenal that he knows now. But a lot of these pastors,
I'm sure probably with this, more people might even come out.
I just
most likely. Hopefully.
I just want to end on this note and say, ADUNNI, no matter how long your crimes, it will come out.
I know.
Especially those people that with the jackpot. No matter how long your crimes, it will come out too. In these parts of the world.
Did you see the case of one guy that was arrested for child something in UK?
Yes, so.
And he was saying he's a pastor in CAC too.
Really?
Yes, now. The guy is, I brought out the picture of when he was ministering in the church in CAC. You didn't see it? That one that was caught, and the wife didn't know they were on live. When the wife got to know, they were almost fainting.
The man was saying that he was trying to tell the girl to keep her.
He said he was preaching to her. What is your own business? He even confirmed that he got to know that the girl was a minor. And he continued conversation.
And he's trying to tell her to keep her V till she gets married. How is, anyway, Auntie Adunni, all I'm trying to say.
All right. Thank you, sis.
No matter how long your crime, this jackpot will not the jackpot. This part of the world, they're different though. It is different. Go and ask. Look at the case of Jimmy Savile in the UK here. It was in his death.
Use charity to cover up.
It was after he died that all his crimes came out. Posthumous, they removed.
They stripped him of every honor.
Every honor that he got, everything, right? So if this our dear pastors, Paito, I mean whatever they call themselves.
Paitos. Now Paitos them be.
All these Paito, we feel say they are untouchable. Look, I'm telling you, the Tobi Adegboyegas, the Oyedepos, the all of them, I'm telling you, even in your passing, the truth will still come out.
Thank you very much. Can you please mute almost sexy? Let Afro-80s be done. Okay, Afro-80s, you can go ahead. After Afro-80s, every day is Christmas can now speak.
I'm actually done. So
all right. Thank you, sis. Okay, year one day, I think it's year one day. Okay, every day is Christmas. Can you just put in your contribution? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, this is Omolara.
You're welcome, sis.
I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Do you know the lady that came up? Shay
is actually like my daughter.
Oh.
Because I was at the church, you know.
Oh, you know Wale too. I mean, Kiloruko Dele. You know him?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay.
We used to go to this. I mean, I was in that church as well. I was a member of that church, and then all these children, because I was working I was a worker there in a children's department.
Okay.
Of
his church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Church. So, hearing this thing tonight, I have to tell you, I was just crying. I was shaking. I was driving, I was shaking. And my husband was telling me, please take it easy, because, you know, like, they were like, it's not only Sheyi. She said, that didn't happen to other people that I know of. But I'm just saying, like, not only Sheyi that were like my children, you know, like my sisters, my brothers, you know, they see me as their big auntie. So he's like,
to get you right, are you saying other children experience this?
No, that's not what I mean.
Okay.
Sheyi and other children were in the church. So
okay, they are like children to you. You know them.
Yeah, they're all like children to me.
Okay.
So and then you know, like when you see children growing up bit by bit, some of them were babies, some of them were actually giving back to while in the church. You know, so. And then when this thing happened, I was not actually in that church any longer because I left the church long time because of, you know, I saw a lot of things, red flags. I'm like, you know, this is not a place for me.
What are the red flags you see? Can you share a bit with us?
I will. Like Sheyi said, it wasn't easy for her to say all this. So as well, it's not easy for me as well. But as time goes on, I will mention a few. I mean, I will say them. But the thing is, I'm still in shock because even though Sheyi told me everything, and I've been like, we waited a long time to make sure, like, to give Pst Olawanle, you know, a chance. You know, she waited like for him to go to her and probably apologize because this family are still hurting, you know. Can you imagine? She said she was 18 years old when it started. Yeah. And now she is 36 years old. That means 18 years after, she has not gotten over it, and she's still receiving therapy. So it's a difficult thing for Sheyi and the whole family because I am close to the family. Can't you just mention one of the red flags you saw? Just one. We are talking about not covering these people, right? I'm not. You know, like, I contacted you, Auntie. I'm not. Oh, okay, Nini. Oh, okay. Shaking. To me because like what she said tonight, how it happened and everything. Go easy for me. Go easy for me. I must say this, go easy for me. Because these children, they're like my children. And then now, she's saying how this man, to me, it was a molest, you know, how this man molested her, how this man, you know, got her, everything, the way he was able to manipulate himself through to get to this girl. Agreed, sis. It doesn't stop you from mentioning just one of the red flag. You said you saw a red flag that you don't know if he molested other children. And I am glad that nobody's trying to put something you are not sure of on him. And even at this point, I'm saying if he gets to see this video, I tried to contact him, call him. I got his number from somebody. I called him. He didn't pick. I left a message. He didn't respond. And we are not really crucifying him here. And I'm sure even if they go to court or if police are involved in this case, he will be given a chance to prove. Right? Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know why you don't want to mention
These are one of the 2 red flags I saw.
What I'm saying is, with time, I will. Auntie, I'm outing. Oh, do me. Oh, easy for me. I brought them, most of them in the church, like I was their Sunday school teacher. And now somebody did all that to one of them. How will you feel? I'll still talk.
Okay. So it's like you are trying to comprehend. Wait, I understand. Okay. Okay.
Because he didn't tell me, he didn't tell me everything the way she said it tonight, because she mentioned that she has never told anybody,
the way she said it today, yes. Yeah, because the day we spoke, she didn't go into all these details. She just said, I'm not ready. Yeah.
She told me, but I just believe her, because, and the people were not ready to believe. I will not be like, oh, this is a pastor. Because, see, I loved him so much.
Yeah.
So much. I was like a dog following him.
Oh, you mean you?
Yes.
Okay, so you are yet to comprehend that he had to do all that.
I was one of the foundation members of his church.
Wow.
He carried chairs on our heads when he left WOSEM to go and establish his own church. Do you understand? And I did all this because of Christ, because of love of God in me. Do you understand? So now, when this thing happened, I was not in that church again. I left the church because of what he did personally to me and to my siblings, because I took my siblings to that church. Do you understand?
Oh, your own siblings were in the church too, as young girls?
Every member of my families, I took them to that church.
Oh.
Even my friends, we go on trips and everything. So you can say, like,
everybody
is not pointing the accusing figure at me that Shebi, you are the one that took us there. Because when I left, I told my siblings to leave, but they didn't leave because this man had manipulated them. So they saw me as a bad person. So for years, me and my siblings were not in good terms. We're not in good terms because of what this man caused. It was a big family rift, big thing, what it caused. Not until about 2 years ago, when they now realized, they now came to me and said, Aunt Lara, oh, we're sorry. They apologized to me, and now we are one. I'm talking of my siblings. When I mean my siblings, with the support of God and everything, that is how the whole family are here today. And when they were coming, and then he was like, there was a time he called me one of the church members that time there was no papers and everything. You understand? I was a student, and things were a bit difficult there. And I told him, they said, all these people you are bringing this one my family, that one my family, that we have problem. I said, no, God forbid, I don't have problem. Leave them. I have to sort out my problem, my family, because in your poke, in that it cannot be only me. All of us in the family, we have to be okay. So that was what I told him, So all of a sudden, because one of my siblings, that one can sing very well. She's a very good girl. Up to when she got married, this girl, she had never been touched. You understand? Because I don't want to say it, I don't want to use any other language. And the second one as well, she was an usher. She's a very good girl. All of them were so good. So because of that, and then I took other ones as well. I've got another area brother. I've got people, my friends, that I took to the church. In fact, at the time, I was one that took majority to that church. Do you understand? So, this man, now, if one way or the other, he manipulated them, they were living with me, things were not that, okay, fine, we're all living maybe like in a room or something. So, all of a sudden, all of them, they started leaving me one by one. At the time, it was as if, I was like, in fact, like as if the whole world was against me because of this particular man. Because of what he did and how he manipulated and scattered my family. Do you understand? So this man now, my 2 sisters,
please, you guys, sorry, my sister, you guys on TikTok, be mindful of your comments, please. Okay? This is not the time to blame anybody. Okay? Be mindful. I don't want any rude comments. I don't want comments that will turn off the people that want to speak off. Please. Okay? These are the kind of things that make people say, I don't want to talk. Okay? Let people come and talk at their own convenience, at their own time. She has her reasons, and we can't force it out of her. Okay.
Please, I appreciate it. Auntie, if you can bring you up again, I'm sure she must have placed a request or something.
Okay. Did she say she's ready?
Yeah, no, she's not going to talk, but she might talk put 1 or 2 things in.
Okay, tell her to send me a request.
If she's listening, please,
Mama block you one. Don't worry. Mutinka comments. Facebook people are really behaving very well. YouTube people are behaving very well. Only TikTok, ni mo ti rí 1 or 2 negative comments, and I will not take it again. Okay? Please. All right.
So, this man was my sister's lawyer, you know, because they were students and stuff and stuff and stuff. You know, like this man put the application under the table for 10 years. 10 good years. They were paying him more. Not that they were not paying him. Just because he was using them in the church.
Don't drag them. Emma's on the war ground. Don't drag them.
I said this comment section earlier about this free starting that they will use their profession to abuse you. I said it. What this sister just said now. This is how the rest of the church member will not be able to talk. And they will be shaming the victim.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
It's a system.
It's just the kind of people we have. We are just...
A lot of people are his victim. And something needs to be done. People are going through it as we speak. From him. He's doing it right now as we speak. Sorry, can I just say, this is what I was saying earlier. Sorry to interrupt, you, but this is what I was saying about how he uses generosity. This thing of helping with papers looks like help, right? But in turn, he's using it to control you. That's what happens. And I'm very glad that, is it Yemi that brought it up? And Lara has mentioned it because this is the tactic. He has to have something on you or over you for him to be able to control you. And I think perhaps this is one of the red flags that Auntie Lara wants to touch on, because this is who he is as a person. Very manipulative, highly controlling. And I've worked with him, so I can tell you for a fact that what Auntie Lara is in regards to the papers is 100% true. Yeah. So, and because of, so not until later, you know, when things now happened, because this man, one of my siblings was living in his house. By that time, I was not in good terms with them any longer, you know. So,
a girl, a lady, a female or male?
A female and her husband. They got married in that church. If I tell you that,
Ha! And the girl was married, the lady was married at that time.
Yeah.
He conducted their marriage. No, you can say that one. He conducted the marriage.
He was the one that conducted the marriage. You understand? So he nearly slept with her, if not for God. And that one spoke out. So they called the meeting in the church and everything, and she said it, and they left. You understand? So not at this stage. Then they get to know that it did not put through their application and everything after 10 good years.
Wow. So he just kept their papers by the side.
God was using them.
Wow.
Let him come out and say, I'm lying. If he did not go and beg my sister.
Begging. So that it will not come outside.
Yeah. So, and another thing I want to say is, I want to appreciate Sheyi's mom, because I would say that the thing was really difficult for them. If you know how these people were so much into church activities.
Okay, Mokulola.
All because of Jesus Christ, and this happened. You see, you know how disappointed she will be. So, but she's been there. She had always been there. She has always been there for the daughter and everything. So, Sheyi's mom, if you are listening, I want to say thank you so much.
No one should fault the mom. She doesn't know. Every mother will fight for their children if they know.
When she knew, she came out. They went to approach this man.
Oh, okay.
Fight in the church. Sheyi, am I lying?
Did she know the details like Sheyi told us today? Because Sheyi mentioned...
We did not even know the details. That's why I said tonight is a shocking thing for me.
All right, let me give, before we go ahead and ask anybody to talk. Somebody wants to talk, yeah?
These people, they are still healing. So please, when you want to say anything, be mindful.
Don't worry. Look, there are some comments we might miss that everybody cannot. At least we have been able to do very well on the platform. At least I would say 90-something% of the comments are quite encouraging and supportive. Hold on, dear. Hold on. Shubo. So there is somebody that is calling. that I want her to go ahead.
There are 2 or 3 things I want to say is that she is having a foundation now whereby people that have gone through something like this, she can support them and everybody can support them. Please, whoever that can support Sheyi, we need you and we need you to be there for Sheyi. Sheyi is not healed yet and we need a lot of support for her.
We are here with her.
So, yes, please.
So what is the foundation all about for people who have been traumatized to come and speak under her or get support? Okay. Okay.
So she's having that, and then another thing is if there are other people that maybe go through
that are victims.
Yeah, that have gone through something like this, experience this maybe through the man or other people. Please, especially through this man,
yes.
And then we need people to who can help us so that she can get justice. Please, we need justice for she. She was 18 years old when it started. Not like she was a really, really grown-up girl or child or something. Do you understand? And children born in this country, they're not like poor. Do you understand? So she's one or she was, at that time she was one people like person like that, somebody like that. So now I know she's a lot grown now, she's a much more mature person now. Please, she still needs support, she needs justice. Please, this is all I want to say for now.
Thank you very much. So for hold on, please. Somebody wants to talk. Okay, go ahead. Mutibesi, speak. Hello, sweetheart. Me, Federal Kwe. So somebody wants to.
So when she started talking, it was like she was just telling my story in a different version. I came to the US when I was 19, and I was adopted by a family member. Let me put it that way. I was adopted by a family member who is like my mom's sibling. I'll try to quote it as much as possible so that, it's place that person tells his story, they can figure it out however they like. So my uncle who adopted us, so the person related to me is my aunt. So her husband in turn, became my uncle. And, when you adopt somebody, what does that mean? On paper, that's my dad, right?
Yeah.
If I go in front of the judge right now, the judge is going to see where are your parents. They're going to come. So we were living like that. In total, I spent 3.5 years in their house. And I remember maybe 6 months into us coming to the US, because I came with my younger brother. And my mom had to travel for work. She has a top position somewhere. So, and I was sleeping that night, and I remember my uncle came to my room and said, it was like that, everybody has gone to bed. They also have a child as well. And so I happened to be the only girl. So this man came and said, in case I'm feeling scared, I can come and sleep in his room. In him and his wife's room.
Where was the wife at this time?
She traveled for work. And don't forget, I'm 19. I was 19 going 20 that year. So that year was supposed to be the year I was supposed to turn 20. So I said, to me that felt strange. I was raised in a single parents family. So I didn't live with my parents growing up. So I lived with another person who was my mom. I've always known her as a mom. She wasn't with her husband, so it was pretty much a single family life that we lived. So it was just me, my mom, and my other siblings that we grew up together in Nigeria. So coming here, living with a man that I call dad, you can imagine how strange that is for me.
Yeah.
But, I grew into it, I saw it like a second chance, you about to say, Babaku. So I took the assumption of, I had a second shot at life, living with two parents in a household.
Are they the one that brought you into US?
Yes, that's like my adopted parents.
Okay.
They are my adopted parents.
Okay.
So that was the first shock of my life. That in the middle of the night, you say, if I'm scared, why would I be scared in the house that they are 3 men? You understand? Like you are there, then your son is there, and then my younger brother is there, who is also 17, by the way. Because I'm just 2 years older.
Their son?
What? Their son is a year older than me.
Okay.
And I have my younger brother that we came together.
Okay.
And he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
So remember, I'm 19, he's 17. Their son is like maybe 20.
Okay.
And then there's him. And I said, why would I be scared in a house that there are 3 men? And why are you asking me this when my name is not him? You know, I don't really know you that much because before I came to the US, I didn't know them like that. The whole adoption story started because my parents passed. My mom specifically passed. And that was when I got to know that, I have an aunt in the US and, they're interested in taking care of us and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I saw them a huge favor that they were doing for us. Like, who adopts two teenagers? Do you get me? Two teenagers and decided to send them to the US and take responsibility for them. It was like a huge favor for me. So I'm not going through this, I said, hey God, how do I do this? But anyway, that night, I said, Daddy, I'm okay, I'm fine, there's nothing to be scared of, I'm fine. So he said, okay, and then he went back. Mommy, that was the beginning of when I knew what God meant. That was when I started believing stories. I even that day I still did not believe that abuse. I understand abuse, right? But I still didn't understand it because it didn't happen personally to me. All the while, I went to a girls' boarding school. So I've been shielded, I've been protected, and I've always been careful all my life. I've not wavered. So you come, and I was so skinny, I was like very skinny. I was like, people used to think I'm like maybe 15, 14. And that's how young I was, and how small I was. Why would you have interest in a small girl? Right? Do you understand? I could just not, put it together. Anyway, that night went by. My mom came back. I did not say anything. And then gradually, I started noticing when my mom is not there, when he comes back from work, he will hug me. You know how your husband hugs you so much? Like, I'm married now, so I'm trying to relate it. You know how your husband hugs you so much and you are not feeling shy or you are not feeling like, what is he doing to me? That was how I was feeling. He would hug me. He would try to kiss my neck. He would try to hold my lower, my butt. And I was like, is this normal? So when that lady was saying she did not understand the first time it happened, that was the first physical contact for me. I said, why is he holding me like this? Is this normal? You carry that you hold the child. I never had close contact with his dad. I can say. I know my dad was alive. My dad didn't hold me like that. Even though I was young, my dad died when I was 14. He never made any sexual advances to me. So I'm like, this is how they do here in the US. Is this strange? All this while I was just turned 20. Maybe not 20 yet, but I think I was just 20 then. And he will hug me. He will every night when he comes back from work. But I now started differentiating because when he comes back from work and I'm downstairs and his wife is there, he will only hug me like that brother-sister hug where you just hug by side, right? Or we will just say, welcome, sir, welcome, daddy, I come with daddy, welcome, daddy. And they say, hey, my dear, how are you? There was never physical contact. There's no kisses on the edge, there's no kisses on the neck. So I started feeling like, okay, it's like this man is trying to tell me something that I don't understand. But okay, we move. And small, gradually, there was one day, it was around, say, 6 a.m. I can't know it was done. And I was sleeping. Next thing I just know, somebody crept into my bed from behind. I sleep next to the window. The door is just by the, and he came in from behind, laid down next to me, and hugged me under my duvet. And I woke up, and I turned. My mom comes to my room. My mom is the only person that comes to my room that doesn't work. My mom comes to my room and she wants to lie down next to me. She lies down next to me. She doesn't hold me loudly. So I know that was not my mom. And then I can smell the masculine smell. And I look back. And I said, okay. And then he said, oh, my dear, just come to say hi. How are you? Did this go? And I said, what is a 20-year-old from behind? I don't understand.
Wait.
All of
Hold
this
on.
I could not.
Hold on. You were sleeping. He now came into the bed, slept behind you.
Yes. It was around 5:36 a.m. because I know it was like, you know how when you open the window, it's like blue.
Yeah.
But it's not daylight yet. So, and I said, and I look at him, and I came back immediately, and I look at him, and I said, Daddy, and then I said, oh, my dear, how are you? Did this sleep well? And then he was hugging me. Mommy, I froze. I did. You see that drama of how people will slap people in the movie when you try to touch them? No, that's not what happens. In real life, most of the time people will freeze. I did not know. I could not shout. I could not say anything. I just said, God, just Jesus, yeah. How do I feel? What will happen? My mom was in her bedroom. Just listen, I'm talking about. My mom was in her bedroom.
The wife was even around.
I didn't. Yes. I think she was sleeping. It was going to work, and I think that was why I think that is because usually He works late night. So it will come around that, it will come home around that 11, maybe 12:30. And when this thing started getting frequent, and so let me just cut long story short, it never slept with me. It never got to that point. And there's a reason why. When gradually, when it started, giving me small signs, it never came directly to say, I want to sleep with you. It never happened. But it would just come, like, when you hug somebody, you rub their back. You rub their back. I'm like, this is not normal. Like, I'm not your wife. This is a sexual kind of touching. Anyway, when I was in college this time, and I just started college then, because when you come from Nigeria, sometimes you don't start sleeping like that. So I remember when I would be doing my homework and I would hear him driving down the street, because I was like at the end of the street. So when he's driving down, I would just hear his car. Mommy, you know what I used to do? I would run and stand up, turn off my lights, shut down my computer, lie down and cover myself with blankets. You know why? Because I don't want him to see my lights in the room that is on. So that he will not come in. He will assume that I'm sleeping. I did that for months. I did that for close to a year. And I would do that every time he comes. I know how he works. I know what he does first. He drop his car, he drop his bag, come upstairs. It's very quiet when he's walking. So I never thought my aunt knew. So today I don't think she knows. But you know what gave it away? There was one thing major that happened. One day, for some reason, I think they cancelled him for a shift or something. And my mom was supposed to go to work for a meeting. If my mom had known that they would cancel him, I'm sure my mom would have decided to work from home that day.
That is the wife. The wife, Abby? Your auntie?
She called my name. Ma?
That is your auntie?
Ma?
The wife?
Yes, my auntie, yes.
Okay.
But because she did not know, so she now came to my room, because she always comes to my room every day. Like, we're like best friends. She doesn't have a daughter, so I'm like, the daughter she never had this feeling. And she's very manipulative, but I'm just saying this part. And she said, oh, I'm going to go to work. I didn't know your dad was going to work from stay at home today, but I'll quickly come back from work. Just, take care of your dad. That's what she just said. Just like, make sure you find something for me to eat. So she left. So that morning, I remember he now came. He asked me, what am I doing today? I said, my mom just said I should come out to do some work, astros and stuff. They said, okay, when I'm done, I should get dressed so we can go out. So I said, okay. And I started figuring, where is it taking me? What are we going to do? Blah, blah. Everything was running through my mind. Anyway, I started looking for chores that my mom did not even say do. I was doing it just to occupy my time. My mom had said she would like to be back by 12, just because her husband is ill. So I was like looking at the time. My mom is not back. No, she's not back. So each time I'll go down to her, ask, Daddy, what do you want to eat? He'll say it's fine. I should just quickly do and finish so we can go out. And then I'll go back upstairs again. And then I'll do stuff. So around that too, I now came out again to ask him for lunch. He said I should not worry. I should not cook for him. I should just get ready and we should go. So that's when I went upstairs. Around 2:30, I came back. He now called me. He said, am I not done? I said, no, I'm not done, sir. Then he now said, so no, he now came downstairs. And the next thing he just said was, go back upstairs. If I come downstairs, what did I tell you to? He was angry that I did not do as he had told me. And I said, and each time I go into a room, I will lock myself in there. And then I stayed there. He shouted at me. So I stayed there. I was waiting. I was praying my mom would come back. My mom didn't come back until around maybe 4:35 p.m. As soon as I heard my mom driving into the driveway, I quickly came outside and my mom came inside. As he saw me coming downstairs to come and welcome my mom, he yelled at me, did I not tell you to come downstairs? So you come back upstairs. Mommy, I was 20. Who yells at a 20-year-old like that? Even I have a daughter, I have a little daughter. I don't yell at her like that.
And probably because he was not having his way.
Ma?
Because he couldn't have his way, that's why he's yelling at you.
Exactly. That was what gave it away to me. That I said, wow, like why? So anyway, my mom looked at us. Then and then I went back upstairs as soon as we yelled. My mom now came to my room. Next thing I heard, what did you do to my husband? What did you do to my husband? You disrespected my husband. And I said, and I was just crying. I did not have anything to say. I could not say anything that day. And she said, I will put you in the next flat to Nigeria. If this ever happens again. I said, what just happened? Mommy, do you know that today, this woman did not come and approach me and say, that kind of yelled that your dad yelled at you, that it was not normal. What happened? I have 2 daughters. If anybody yells at my child like that, in my absence, I will go back and ask. Not to talk of
what's going on?
In my presence. She never came up to me. That was the clue that I had, that she knew. She probably knew something is going on. She probably suspecting, but she never approached me. Let me fast forward. I got married quite very early. I got married at 23.
Because of it? Was it because of it?
Huh?
Because of what we were going on, what we were going through? Was that why you got married early?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, my mom was like, and she got married at 23. So she was an advocate of accommodate to marry.
Okay.
She doesn't like the child.
Then I think because of what, share your biological mom or your adopted mom?
No, my adopted mom. She got married on time.
She might even, with what is going on, she might want you out of the house on time too.
That's what I thought. That's in hindsight now. That's what I thought. I thought she was finding a way for me to quickly
leave the house. Yes, that's the only option she has.
She probably think one day it may happen, or it may have happened. I just didn't say anything. But that day that man yelled at me, and there was nobody to say what happened. There was nothing. I could not report him. I could not even mention that. Today I filled it up. I did not say. She doesn't know the truth. I'm speaking to me. She does not know. Now, fast forward, I got married. I left the house. An aunt of mine came to visit. Like a year before I left, before I got married. She came to visit. She came to do like a course. She's I don't want to mention what she does, but she came to do a course. And I would take her to the, to where she's going to take transportation, bring her back, and they're just like that. And there's a reason why I mentioned that. So one day when I got married, she came back to
visit almost 20 minutes. So I
now went to visit her day. So when I got there, we were now talking. Something led to something, She mentioned it. She said, I'm going through something. I said, what is it? She said, I think I went through an abuse. It's assault.
She was telling you that she think you did. She was telling you that she thinks you went through abuse.
No, she was telling me
she went through abuse.
Assault.
Oh.
She was saying, I think I've been assaulted. I'm not sure what to call it. She's not married. And she's an older auntie to me, very older. She said, I think I might have been assaulted. I said, by who? She now mentioned my dad. I wanted to freeze. I wanted to just problem. And then she was now saying how he will come, hug her from behind, the exact same way.
He did to you.
Exact same
did she?
thing.
Was she living with them at a point?
No, when she came to do
that course,
when she came to visit, that year, just before I left, that was when it happened.
Okay.
So we were just talking about, women to women talk, and something led to something, she mentioned it. So when she asked me, I said, by who? Because she's a visitor, let me put it that way. I thought maybe it was from where she was coming from, not knowing that it was in the house, in this very same house. I'm married there, I've gone. I just came to visit her in my parents' house. So she said, the last time when I came, I said, yes. So this is what happened. And she was not narrating it. It was like she was there when it was happening to me. It was like she was telling my story, but to me. And I said, stop. And I said, hold on. I said, whenever he comes from work, he will come to your room, he will speak, right? My auntie said, yes. I said, he will hug you from behind, he will hold you, he will try to use his hand to play.
Same pattern.
I said, same pattern. And then Auntie said, then I will be writing my papers, and whenever I hear him coming, I'll be quickly to turn on the lights, put on jeans. I said, Jesus. I said, Auntie, whenever, and then you will try and listen to watch him, hear him pass your room, right? My auntie said, wait, why are you the one saying this? And then I told her because I went through the same thing. My auntie wanted to die. My auntie said, yeah, Mobe, how did you do it? You lived in this house. I was even just visiting and I was just looking forward to pay. One day they said,
how about you that was living with them? Well, how about you that was living with them?
I was living there. My auntie said, how did you do it? She said, Please tell me it did not happen. See, because she said, you know me, I'm older. I thought, okay, maybe because I'm not married, that's why he's doing that to me. You were young. You were just 19, 20. What people said it. And then she was scared for my marriage. So she said, I think I just got married like a year ago. So she said, so she was like, I said, I told my husband. She said, my auntie said, does your mommy know? I said, no. Then she now said, maybe she never saw the clue. And I told her that, why would she not see? Then I now told her the yelling story. I said, you are a woman and you will hopefully become a mom. If somebody does that to your daughter,
how would you feel?
What would you do? Would you come upstairs and yell at that same daughter and saying, what did you do to my husband? What did you do to my husband? Is that the first thing you're going to say? So if that man has SA'd me that day, or RP, if he has RP that day, is that what he would come up and be telling me? If I had committed
SUICID,
you know, I find myself. If I find myself before she came back from work, is that what she would come and be saying? That's why I say I'm woman. There are some women, because they want to keep the
marriage, they protect their mind.
They will do anything. They will do. I am 30 years old and I am still living with the trauma. I remember having this argument with my husband a few days ago on this same topic that we are saying now. And my husband said, what if he has changed? I said, no. You cannot tell me that he has changed. This man is a minister in church. He was a minister. I will watch him walk up the pulpit. There are the people that will arrive on time.
He's a minister in church.
Prayer before church people are arriving.
Wait, at this point, can you please hold on? At this point, I want to ask some questions. You said he's a minister in church.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's still ministry in church.
In fact, he's a pastor now. They are raising pastor.
He's a pastor. Does he have his own church? He has his own church?
No, he doesn't. It's under people, like under a single man person's church.
Which church is that?
He used to go to one church. Then he left.
Which church?
Left, and then they go to a new famous church now.
Which church is that?
Let's just put it as the
winners. Okay, that person has his own church, so he's under that. Because so that the pastor can be aware. The pastor that has that church too can be aware he has somebody that can be molesting.
Pastor to Kuro the winners don't know that church is in.
Okay, so he is now under that pastor.
Yes. And up to today, I have sworn my daughter can never be. I have a very pretty daughter. I can say that with my preachers. My daughter can never be led to that man in the name of Grandpa, Unidasun Grandpa. I repeat it. I will never. Right now, our relationship is not smooth at all. We are. What's the word you can use? We are estranged. You know, both me, his wife, and we are all estranged. And his wife will be thinking maybe because of the other things she has done to me.
And this person you are talking about, how old is he? How old is this man you are talking about?
Now he should be turning, probably he should be 60 soon, if not next year. Maybe the other, in 2020, I think it's next year, he'll be 60. Yeah, because what I'm telling you now is happened about 11 years ago, 11 years ago.
Okay.
Because that was when I just arrived.
That's something cheek. You said, who told you the pastor himself may not be doing the same thing in his own church too? I assume, you know. We can't say because one person is bad, every other person is bad too. There are some people that will not. But I'm just like,
if you see this man, you will not know that he's capable. There's no trace. He's quiet. He is well respected. That was why I knew I can never say anything. Nobody will believe me. Let's just put it at that. They will see me as that adopted child that came to ruin their family.
Ruin their family.
I thought about it so many ways. Even up to today, maybe now I can tell the wife if he ever gets to that point that you really think I was just crazy all these years looking at you guys, or you think I'm quiet because I just felt like, okay, I appear ungrateful. No, there's more to it. You guys try to take advantage of me. If I report him, if I call police and say this is what I'm going through, what do you think our African community will say?
They will say one help. That's what they will say. They help her. She has scattered their homes. Their home.
Meanwhile, if he had been sleeping with me in the house, if I had gotten pregnant, because he's a medical somebody, he could have given me something to use and go and abort. There's so many scenarios I thought in my head. And so because of that, whenever I'm home alone with him, I guide myself. Like gold. I try not to be alone with him. Thankfully, he works a lot, so he's not always around like that. The few times he tries to essay me, well, maybe at night, early in the morning, or before his wife wakes up, when I'm alone with him in the house, you know. My auntie even told me that he got to an extent that he will be texting her at work and be saying, come and meet me in so place. And my auntie will say, that my auntie is the one that he essayed too. My auntie will say, I can't leave, your wife is here. My auntie said because she was scared that because people will label her, because she will take the people who see married, she understands. They are like cousins.
All right, so let me try and take a round up so that other people can call in.
So, but basically, my just to say everything, a lot of these things happen, and people go through stuff. People go through stuff that they can never say. There will be too much. It's too traumatic.
All right, thanks for sharing your experience, and we are hopeful you get your healing as you have spoken out. Hopefully, you come to terms with it, and hopefully, it might even get to a day you might even have to confront the wife with what has gone on. Just be ready; it might get to that. Okay, be ready; it might get to that stage. Yes, that might be the time you will really embrace the I mean, how will I put it? It might get to that time you might have to let the wife know. You consider her a mother, and let's just assume she might not be in the know. And let's assume, even if she's in the know, sometimes you need to prove it, tell it to their face that yes, this happened. That this happened. And
I don't have proof. I don't have to now.
You don't have to have proof.
I never come to record or anything.
You don't have to. You don't need to have proof. You can't just wake up and lie on somebody that is elderly like that. No. I always tell people when a younger person is talking, and that is why when things like this happen, they look at who is vulnerable among the two. They listen to the vulnerable than the one that is strong. In this case, you are the vulnerable one. So they need to listen to you. It's just like the case of that woman that I brought here that we played the show. When the wife got to know that the man was sleeping with her niece, she only warned the man. Blah, 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 blah. And the man continued. So at a point, they had to take the niece out of the house. The niece left. And that was when the niece by herself.
The wife is always asking me, are you sure you're a virgin? They're sure with virgin.
So after that, the man now started with his own children. He started with the first child. Onshe. He started with the second. Onshe. He now got to the third. The mother of these children knew all along. He knew all along something was going on. Until Boyagbati, the other girl, no, not even niece, is her first daughter from another marriage, not niece. I think it was in the process. The first daughter now by herself. That was when she became scared. And that made her to speak out. She saw the help of Barrister Olumide. Not only the first child. Thank you, Tope. Thank you. You really followed the story. Thank you you followed the story. It was the first child of the woman from another marriage. The girl eventually cried herself. That was when that woman now became scared. And she came out to talk. And she sought help. And I told Barrister, in a normal society.
I thought that could have been me.
Yes. That man has been arrested. Yes. The man has been arrested.
That could have been me.
The man has been arrested.
Stand the shame.
Go ahead. Let me give you time to speak out.
I felt like that could have been me. Because, remember, I'm not there on the day. I'm living there. I felt like one day it would get to it if I'm not sure. And the reason why, when marriage opportunity showed up, I went Japan. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. I never slept with anybody in Nigeria. I went to an only girls' school. Nobody ever makes. People make advances, but I have a huge background story that I know that my life cannot turn out the way my parents live their own. I have to be different. So I had a dream. And then I came in, my auntie be asking me, are you a virgin? Are you sure you're a virgin? I was saying, one day I told her, she should stop. You were not living with me in Nigeria. You were not there. I'm here now because, I'm a good girl and you know it. I didn't know, maybe she was trying to find out if I have potential of
or maybe her husband has done something with
you. Because she
you.
knows her husband can, they have their history. What did somebody cheated on somebody. I think trust was broken.
Most of these women are actually the enablers. They are the enablers. They are actually, I said most of these women, they are actually the enablers, the wives. They are enablers in all these things. Most of them know.
That's why I thought that if she knows that her husband used to, cheat, she should have at least come to me and say, my dear, if anything happened to the shop, I will be held responsible. Because you are responsible for me. Then you say, but she never approached me. She was always, if her husband has not smiled too much at me, she'd be angry. You can tell she's reacting to something. But it's like, let me just put it this way. The man knows he assaulted me. I know he assaulted me. We never talk about it. We never say anything about it. It's like it didn't happen. It's like it literally did not happen. But God is my living witness. God is my living witness. He did. Just a few days ago, I was Googling. I said, if somebody touches this part of your body, if somebody hugs you in a sexual manner, what does that mean? Google tell me that is sexual assault.
That means that thing is really on your mind for you to still be thinking about it and going through all that.
Mention their names.
Okay, somebody said you need to mention their names. Why are you protecting him at this stage? Is it that he's going to do anything to you? Because he might be doing it to others as things are now. Even the young people in the church.
She cannot heal. She cannot say it.
I can't.
She said she cannot.
A lot of things.
A lot of things will be messed up. It will be messy.
It will be very messy. It will be very, very messy.
How can you get justice?
It will be very messy.
No, I'm not sure she's looking for justice in this case. She's just wanting to talk out the trauma she has bottled up. That's what I think.
If you have a niece in the house, if you have a young lady in the house, and you see that they are gloomy, they are sometimes unhappy, or you yourself, you are yelling at them, every slight thing, you are snapping at them, you should try and be considerate because you don't know. You don't know.
Sweetheart, show me that. Do you think you need to go for therapy or something?
I don't have a name, but it will be tagged ungrateful. They will look at the good things they have done to you. People will look at the good things they have done to you, and they'll use that to judge you, including family. How do I say I want to live a 30-something-year-old marriage? How old am I? Well, at the time I was 20, I was 19, 20. Now I'm 30. So, yeah, 30-something years in marriage already. He has a child as old as I am, even though he's a boy.
Oh, and that boy is like your brother as things are.
We really stand by looking that somebody who has old his son. He has a child as old as I am.
Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin oníṣekúṣe.
He preaches in church. I sit in service. I sit behind my mom every Sunday. And I look at him.
You go to the same church? Hold on.
But when he's home, he's not doing the same. And because he's the one funding my deal, let me put it that way, he's taking care of me. He's a father at home. How do I mention it? Who do I talk to? Who do I tell? I can't walk up to anybody. It was like I was dying there. It was terrifying. Do you know how terrifying it is to be living in the house? I'm thinking,
good evening.
This person, my RPU one day.
Check in later. Get in later. Okay.
Let us stop first. Let us stop talking.
Get in later. Sugar.
Let us stop because she that's too much. That has got to our emotion side.
Yes. So ma pe later. Sugar.
See,
yes,
this is my first time of joining your program, and what I want to say is that most of these problems start with the women and end with the women. All of this rubbish that happens everywhere starts with the men and end with the women.
Okay, so for those that are saying maybe she should mention the name and she says she's not ready to, you know one thing, I want to loro. the people that has the issue, wọ́n mọ ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n máa mọ̀ pé àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan. So ẹ jẹ́ ká ìfilẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. We can't force people to talk about some things. Ibi tán bá lè sọ̀rọ̀ dé náà la máa accept, okay?
My name is Aki Anabi. I'm a video director and TV producer of Akomolowe on African Magic. Keep watching Drivetv.
Olólùfẹ́ Drivetv àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Fẹ́mi Sola ẹ máa wo Drivetv. Keep watching Drivetv.
My name is Wole Agba. Taking this time out to tell you all that you keep watching Drivetv. What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ ní ògo ẹ̀? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ fulfilment? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ bí tó o bá lọ? Ó ní iṣẹ́ rìn. Ibi ni kò máa wò Drivetv. Thank you. Chloe.
Drivetv. Driving you around the world.